Hi, this is Dell Sweet. Thank you for listening to this podcast.
Hi, this is Amy Adams. Welcome to the podcast, read by me, written by Dell Sweet. Copyright 2020, all rights reserved in their entirety. Episode 15. We could convert one of these newer trucks. It would take some work, but if we can find the right parts, we could do it, Tom said. Maybe, Bob agreed. Trouble is finding a block that's still the same. Heads, intake, it's a lot to hope for. It would be easier to just fix the old stuff up. New tires, battery. We could even do the axles if we absolutely had to. Tom nodded his head. He grumbled, I guess so. Bob turned away. It was obvious to him that Tom didn't like being disagreed with or second-guessed. Yes, parts were parts, and if they were just parts, no problem. There were even kits to convert non-electronic ignition motors over to electronic ignition, but not the other way around. There were motors built mostly for racing applications that were designed to use carburetors and simple distributors. There were things they could do, but it wasn't simple black and white. He had been seeing more and more of this close-minded attitude from Tom since they had first moved into the cave. Tom had lost his place as leader. It didn't matter that he had been nearly the only one who had seen himself that way. He had seen the situation that way, and now the situation had changed. He didn't see himself as a leader any longer, and he didn't like it. Oh well, Bob thought. He'd get over it, or he wouldn't. There was nothing for it except to watch it happen, whatever way it happened. Tom let the truck idle high for a few minutes, then reset the choke, dropping the idle down to normal. We got wheels, Lydia said happily. She, Mike, Candace, and Jan had come walking back from further down the lot, pulled by the sound of the truck starting from where they had been searching for other vehicles that would be good candidates for starting. We found 3 others that seem as though they might work out, Mike said. One's an old crew cab state truck, and the other 2 are old pickups. All of them are 4-wheel drives. He grinned at Bob. Bob laughed. Well, let's go see them, he said. He turned and started away. Hey, Tom said, leaning against the door of the truck. Wouldn't you rather drive? Bob laughed again. Yeah, he agreed. I'd much rather drive. Everybody piled into the Suburban. Tom pulled out of the back of the lot and headed back in the direction the others had come from. Mike, March 13th. Man, it's been a long day. We walked out Washington Street to the car dealerships. Everything's torn up out there, but there are tons of cars and trucks out there. We found 3 trucks that we got running, and we drove them back. So we have a pickup truck, a Suburban, and a big 4-door state truck. One of those things you always used to see along the highway when they were doing road repair. There were a few others we found that also ran, but they were in such bad shape that we left them. Tom wanted to build one. Take one of the new trucks and put old parts on it. I got the idea from Bob that it probably wouldn't work out the way Tom thought that it would. The right parts would be hard to find. I could see the idea, the appeal of a newer vehicle, so we wouldn't have to be so concerned about breakdowns. But I could see Bob's point of view, too. Even so, I think it pissed Tom off. But it seems that everything pisses Tom off lately. I didn't write this in here yet, but Candace and I are together. It just happened that fast. I was surprised in a way, but in another way, I wasn't all that surprised. Who knows how long this world will last, what it was that really happened. Maybe there is no time for slow anymore. Candace said that, and once I thought about it, I agreed. Things are so different, and she's right for me. Maybe it wouldn't have happened this fast in the old world. Maybe it wouldn't have happened at all. But everything has changed. It's all different, and this seems right. It seems like the way it should have happened with her and I, the right way for it all to work. It also seemed to work out for the others. By that I mean Tom ended up with Lydia. She's a lot younger than he is, but like I said, it's a different world now. They seem to be happy together. I thought I felt some animosity from both of them at first, but either I imagined it or they moved past it I've gotten over it, something like that. We haven't discussed leaving again. It'll come up. Candace and I both want to go. I think Bob and Jan want to go too. Tom and Lydia seem to be against it. Lydia keeps talking about how none of us know what it might be like anywhere else. Like she wants to throw that out before we even discuss leaving at all. Here we have food, shelter. What's so bad? I guess we have been talking about it without really talking about it at all. Tom backs up everything she says with a nod of his head. He pointed out we're in an area of mainly limestone. That's what this cave is made of. And we may not find that anywhere else. At least not easily. Maybe they're right. Hell, they make sense, but it's the attitude. The rest of us bend. They refuse to. We decided to go out Arsenal Street tomorrow to the sporting goods store, and also to look at some supermarkets out there, something else I didn't check out while I was out there. Lastly, I'm glad Candace and I have each other. It makes all of this easier to deal with. She asked me why I'm writing this journal. I felt kind of stupid. I told her why I started it, though, and that I'm continuing it for someone in the future. Maybe a child, someone to come later on. I expected her to laugh that off, or look at me like I was crazy, but she only nodded as if that made perfectly good sense. She told me she has a journal, too. A diary, she said. Of course, Lydia jumped on that as well, at first arguing against it, then saying she thought it might be okay. Tom said he wouldn't do it. He said he's not leaving to go anywhere, and if someone shows up here, he'll be here, not some journal. Okay. It's stuff like that that makes me wonder. And anyway, I only mentioned it. It wasn't like I wanted anyone else to do it, or I was trying to encourage someone else to do it. It's that kind of jump-on-it attitude that I don't like. Like they think I'm looking to screw them over somehow. But it's all good. I'm alive. I look back at some of what I wrote in here. I had no one just a short time ago. I didn't even know whether there was anyone else. Now I have Candace. We have some plans. Things we've begun to talk about, agree about. A little ego trouble with Tom is really just bullshit in the scheme of things. I have to try harder to look past that. Maybe I'm too damn sensitive. And anyway, things are good. This could be a lot worse. A thing that does bug me, and I cannot figure out, where are all the bodies? I mean, there don't seem to be enough bodies to match all of the people that were killed. It bothers me. Maybe they weren't killed, but that makes no sense. Where would they be? I don't have an answer. I only know it bugs me. Lydia, March 13th. Hi, my name is Lydia. I've never written a journal or kept a diary before. Well, here in this cave. A cave. Yes, we're living in a cave. I can't believe it. There are no showers, no toilets, no kitchen. Ha! We're eating out of cans. It's about as hard as it could be. I don't know how cavemen did it. Or cavewomen. We're all writing these journals to leave them behind in case someone comes after we, or some of us, leave. I might not, 'cause I'm sort of with Tom right now, and he doesn't want to go. There are 6 of us. Mike, Tom, Bob, Janet, me, and a girl named Candace. We're all stuck here till spring, I guess. I guess that you know all about the world ending, or whatever it did. We don't know. I don't know. Not really, anyway. But hopefully we'll get everything fixed up pretty soon. I mean, a lot of stuff is effed up, you know? But, it could get fixed up eventually. I had a boyfriend in the old world. His name was Paul. But I don't know where he went. His apartment was gone. In fact, the whole street he lived on was gone. So I don't know. It made me feel really bad. Hopefully this will all be over soon. We have, some old trucks now to drive around. We used to have to walk everywhere, and that sucked. The trucks are really old, like shit boxes, as Paul would have said. But at least we're not walking, right? Paul had an old shitbox truck too, but these trucks are even older. If we break down, we can't call AAA. Ha ha. There are 6 of us, and Tom thinks more will come to us. Probably know that we're here and are just waiting. I guess that's cool. I don't know really what else to write in here, but I'll write other stuff down too. Oh, I'm almost 19. Candace, March 13th. I did it. I don't know how I worked it out or where I found the courage to do it, but Mike and I are together. It's like I wasn't breathing, like I was waiting to breathe, something like that. All I know with absolute certainty is that tomorrow looks better. Isn't that all that's important?
Thanks for joining in. See you next week.